Okay, and I need to mute everybody. Okay. So, acceptance. Accepting, not assuming that your body will do the same thing every day, every time you come onto your yoga mat, your body is going to feel differently. So it's important to notice how your body feels and not expect it always to be the same. Sometimes it needs a little bit of extra care, not to push yourself into a pose that's not going to be helpful. So just being aware of how your body feels, also being aware of how your mind is and what thoughts come into your mind. And sometimes we're very aware of what other people are doing, and especially if you're in a live class, you can see everybody else. And I suppose on the screen, if you've got the gallery view, or if you're not just watching me, then can you hear me all right, Sheila? Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, sometimes we're very, we tend to compare ourselves with others. And if our body's not doing exactly what we want it to do, and we can see someone else doing it and they look really fab and really folding forward and having a nice straight back and all the things that you'd like to be able to do, but maybe your body isn't willing to do it that day. It's about accepting that that's the case and not pushing. So we'll start with our usual chanting and settling the body. So make sure that you're sitting nice and comfortable. Lifting up out of the pelvis, make sure that your sitting bones are grounding into the earth, and that you can make some space in the spine. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Placing your hands with the backs of your hands on your knees and the tip of the index finger touching the tip of the thumb into chin mudra. Just allowing the crown of the head to lift up to the space above you. And gently closing your eyes. Just allow all the skin on your face to soften. Just allowing the forehead to soften, the eyelids to soften, all the skin around the jaw and the lips to soften. Just bring your attention to your nostrils. Just notice the air entering your nostrils as you breathe in. Notice the air coming back out through your nostrils as you breathe out. And maybe you'll notice that the air is slightly cooler as you breathe in. Maybe slightly warmer and moister as you breathe out. Notice the breath. Everything you can about the breath. Maybe notice the length of the breath. Are the two parts of the breath the same length, or are they different? Is the breath smooth or is it jagged? And which parts of the body move with the breath? Is the abdomen expanding and contracting with the breath? Is the chest moving with the breath? Can you feel any other parts of the body that move with the breath? Perhaps you can feel the expansion of the body with the sides of the arms, if your arms are touching your body, or you may feel slight movement in the shoulders. And focus on the breath in the abdomen now. Just taking the breath down to the bottom of the lungs, allowing the abdomen to expand. Breathing out, just allowing the breath to flow out of the body gently and easily. Not forcing the breath, just allowing the breath to enter the body, flowing all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, expanding the abdomen. And then as the breath flows back out of the body through the nostrils, the body and the abdomen contracts back. And we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times together, followed by 7 rounds of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra and 7 rounds of the Gayatri mantra. So taking a breath in. Curling 3 fingers in towards the palms, taking your awareness up to your heart center. Bringing to mind anyone you know that's suffering at the moment. Holding that person or those people in your heart center while we chant 7 rounds of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Taking a breath in. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarikamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanat Mricho Mukshiyamamritat. And then placing the back of one hand in the lap and the back of the other hand in the palm. Taking your awareness up to your eyebrow center. And visualizing a small candle flame burning brightly at the eyebrow center. And from that point of light, we'll chant 7 rounds of the Gayatri mantra for wisdom, truth, and understanding. Taking a breath in. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavita Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Just spending a few moments allowing the vibration to settle the body, permeating down into the deeper layers of your being. And then very quietly coming to lay down along your mats in Shavasana with your body in a straight line. So just checking that the body is comfortable. Chin tucked down, back of the neck nice and long. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And the arms just a little bit away from the sides of the body. Backs of the hands in contact with the floor. And the legs and feet slightly apart, with the feet falling out sideways. And just notice the body in contact with the floor. Notice the straight line of the body from the crown of the head, all the way down the mid part of the body, all the way down to a point between the heels. start to notice your breath, breathing into the abdomen, allowing the abdomen to rise up as you breathe in, and exhaling, allowing the abdomen to contract back down. So just allowing the body to breathe gently into the abdomen, expanding and contracting with the breath. Just allowing the breath, forcing the breath. Starting to count the breath on the in-breath. Pause for a moment and then counting the breath as you exhale. Pausing at the end of the exhale before you breathe in again. So breathing in, counting, holding the breath for a moment, and then breathing out, counting the same number. Holding the breath out for a moment before you breathe in again. So a nice equal in-breath and out-breath, with pauses at the top of the inhalation and a pause at the end of the exhalation. And as you're pausing after the inhalation, just visualize the exchange of gases that's taking place. And then exhaling all the stale, stagnant air out of your lungs. Exhaling fully to get the last little bit of air out of your lungs. And holding the breath out for a moment before you inhale once more. Inhaling and then pausing while you visualize the exchange of gases. And then exhaling fully. Visualize your lungs emptying completely. And then inhaling once more. Counting the same number on the in-breath and the out-breath. The breath bringing new life and energy into the body. And exhaling anything unwanted, any cares or worries. Just allowing all of those to float out of the body with the out-breath. And letting go of the awareness of the breath now. Just rubbing your thumbs across your fingertips. And then turning your palms to face downwards. So we're going to work with just a full body stretch as you breathe in to the abdomen. You're going to take your arms up and over to the floor behind you, really holding the breath in while you stretch through fingertips to toes. And then when you're ready to exhale, returning your arms to the sides of the body. And see if you can lengthen the out-breath so that your out-breath finishes when your hands reach the floor. So then as you inhale again, making the in-breath long enough for your arms to reach the floor behind your head. Hold the breath inside for as long as you feel comfortable. And then when you need to exhale, make the exhalation last all the way till your hands reach the floor. So coordinating the movement with the breath. Just working 2 more rounds. And preparing now to work with the boat pose. So you're going to inhale into the abdomen, hold the breath in while you raise your head and shoulders and your feet and your arms very slightly off the floor, a few centimeters. Make sure you don't strain. So you're going to hold the breath in while you hold the stretch. And then when you need to exhale, gently lowering down, releasing the body back to the floor. And working 2 more rounds, but making sure that you're accepting your body's limitations. Don't strain. So you're only lifting a very short amount of a short distance off the floor, a few centimeters, and then returning on the exhalation. And just allow the body to just rest on the floor when you've completed the practice. So bending your knees, placing the soles of your feet near to your buttocks, ready for Surya Pushpam, sunflower pose. So your ankles and knees together, arms at the side of the body. On the next inhalation, raising your arms up and taking them over to the floor behind you. At the same time, opening your knees wide, placing the soles of the feet together. Holding the breath inside for a moment, as long as you comfortably can. Then when you need to exhale, returning the arms and the knees back to the starting position. And working 4 more rounds. On your final round, holding the open position for 5 easy breaths. Make sure you're not straining the breath. Don't strain the body. Nice, easy movements with the breath. Holding the breath as long as you comfortably can in the open position. On your final round, holding the open position for 5 easy breaths. taking a moment to check your body, check any sensations. So keeping the right leg bent and lengthening the left leg along the mat. So we're going to work with the same arm and the same leg. So you're going to raise your arm and leg together. So inhaling, raising the left arm and the left leg up towards the ceiling, taking the arm over to the floor behind you, and the leg up and the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. And then exhaling, bringing the arm back to the sides of the body and the leg back down to the floor. So you're aiming for your arm to reach the floor behind you and your foot to reach the sole of the foot towards the ceiling at the same moment. So the highest point of the leg and the arm to the floor behind you at the same moment. And then as you exhale, you're aiming for the arm to reach the floor at the same moment as the leg reaches the floor. So the arm has got further to travel. So working 5 rounds in total. And while you're working, just notice how the body is moving. Notice the movement of the spine. Notice the contact of the spine on the floor. Notice the left shoulder blade, the left hip. Just accepting how your body is moving. And then lengthening the right leg along the mat. So just having both legs straight for the moment. And notice the difference between the left and the right side. And then when you're ready, bending your left knee, placing the sole of the foot near to the buttocks. And then working 5 rounds on the right side. Making sure that your arm reaches the floor behind you at the same time as your leg reaches its highest point. And then when you return your leg and the arm, they both come back to the floor at the same time. And if your leg doesn't want to come up as far as you'd like it to, just accept that. Accept the limitations of your body. Don't force anything. If your arm won't go right to the floor or your arm's a little bit bent, just accept how your body is. Accepting, encouraging your body, but not forcing it. And when you finish the practice, sliding your left leg along the mat, just noticing how your body feels. Notice, are your shoulders equal? Can you feel the floor beneath them in equally? Are your hips balanced and equal? Can you feel the heels of your foot? Are they both equal in length? Both legs? Just notice. So drawing up the left leg this time, placing the sole of the foot near to the buttocks. We're going to work with the leg lock pose. So the right leg is straight and the left knee is bent. So then as you inhale, you're going to draw your right knee towards your chest. Take hold of your kneecap. And then as you exhale, draw your knee towards your chest. And as you do so, lift up your head. Take your nose towards your knee. Hold your breath out. And then when you need to breathe in, gently lowering your head back to the floor and sliding your heel away from you, lengthening the leg. And then just working 4 more rounds on the right side. Making sure that you're not straining. Accepting how your body moves. You've completed lengthening the left leg along the mat. Notice the difference between the left and the right side. And then drawing the right leg up, placing the sole of the right foot onto the mat. And then working 5 rounds on the left side. When you've completed the practice, lengthening both legs along the mat. And notice any thoughts that are coming into your mind. Just accepting those thoughts. Just noticing them, not doing anything with them. Just noticing the sensations in the body. And then bringing both knees, bending both knees and placing the soles of the feet near to the buttocks again. Taking the arms out to shoulder height, out to the side. Keeping your ankles and your knees together. As you exhale, take your knees over to the left. So your right foot come off the floor as you keep your knees together. And if it feels okay, look in the opposite direction. As you breathe in, bring your knees back to the center. And then exhaling over to the other side, looking in the opposite direction if it feels okay. Don't strain the neck. Just continue working from one side to the other with the breath. Exhaling to the side, inhaling to the center. If your knees won't go right the way to the side, just accept that. Don't push it. Just take your knees over to where it feels comfortable. Just working 2 further rounds. When you've completed the practice, lengthening the legs along the mat. And notice your breath. Notice any sensations. Notice any thoughts. And then coming up to sitting with your legs stretched out in front of you. So you're going to be sitting with your hands just a little bit further back from your body, and your legs out straight. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to work with the bridge pose. So you're going to breathe into your chest and then hold. So you're going to breathe in, open your chest, hold the breath in as you raise your body. I can't do it because my arm won't let me, but you're going to raise your body, and your feet are going to go toward the soles of your feet towards the earth. So inhaling, opening the chest, holding the breath in while you raise your hips. Make sure you don't strain. You can take your head back if it feels okay. And then come down, bring your head back up as you exhale and release your hips back down. It's working 2 more. So whichever way you had your hands, turn them around the other way now. And then repeat repeat with the hands in a different see how it is. If your body doesn't like it, just accept that, but just notice what the difference is. Don't strain. And then bring your hands forward and just give them a little shake. Up and down and sideways. And then just repeat 1 more round with both the hands in the different directions. So 1 round with your hands, with your fingers pointing forwards, and 1 round with your fingers pointing backwards. Make sure that you're just accepting the limitations of your body. Make sure you don't strain. If your body doesn't want to do it, then accept that. Don't force anything. And then give your hands another little shake if you need to. And then draw your knees up towards your chest, placing the soles of the feet on the floor, and then hold your elbows, your opposite elbows underneath your thighs. So we're just preparing for a forward bend, and then just slide your heels away from you, keeping your chest stuck to your thighs, and then walk your heels back up again. So as you walk your heels away from you, and you keep your chest stuck to your thighs, you're exhaling. And then as you inhale, you're walking your heels back up. So keeping your heels on the floor, just sliding your heels away from you as you exhale, keeping your chest stuck to your thighs, and then inhaling, walking your heels back up. Make sure you keep your spine nice and straight. And then just 1 further round. And then placing the soles of your feet together and walking your hands as far as you can in front of you. So you're going to exhale as you walk your hands forward, and then inhale, coming back up. So just exhaling, walking your hands in front of you. Make sure that you're accepting, as doesn't matter how far forward you go. Okay, so just 1 more round. And then the next stage is to put your hands underneath your I'm going to find that hard to do. So you're just going to put your hands under your lower legs and hold your feet if you can. I can't do it with that hand. So I'm have to accept that I'm not able to do it. Oh yeah, there we are. And then exhaling and just bringing your chest forward as much as it feels comfortable. Inhaling, coming back out. And then drawing your knees back together, sliding your heels away from you. So make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. So this time we're going to slide your hands all the way down, bringing your chest towards your thighs. So you're inhaling first and then exhaling, folding forward with your chest first, sliding your hands down towards your toes. And it doesn't matter how far you go. Just make sure that you're not straining your spine or your back or your arms or your shoulders. So exhaling, sliding forward, and inhaling, sliding back up. Then working one more round, this time staying there for up to 5 breaths. So staying in the forward bend for up to 5 breaths. If 5 breaths is too many, just come up before 5 breaths. But the most important thing is not to strain. Just accepting how your body feels. Don't push too hard. And then when you've completed the practice, coming up on an inhalation, and then coming up to standing. So standing with your feet about hip distance apart. And check that you're nicely balanced. So bringing your weight forward into your toes, feeling all your 10 toes in contact with the floor. And then taking your weight back into your heels. And then find that point where you're balanced, not too far into your toes so that you're forward and not too far back into your heels, but just balanced so that your spine is nice and straight. And then bring your palms together at your heart center. So this arm won't go, so I'll just show you what we're going to do, but this arm won't do it. So you're going to inhale, take your palms together up, and then open them, look up, and then bring them back down to your heart center. So you're just inhaling your arms up, looking up towards the sky, and then exhaling your palms back to your heart center. So just working 2 more rounds in that way. Okay, so we're just going to add in a forward fold. So you're going to just watch for a moment. So you're going to inhale, put your palms up and open them, and then you're going to swan dive your arms out to the side, folding forward, bending your knees if you need to, but coming to touch your fingertips towards the earth, keeping your tail high. And then you're going to inhale back up, sweeping your arms out to the side, up to the ceiling, palms together, and then exhale your palms back to your heart center. So I'll talk you through it. So palms together, keeping your palms together as you reach up towards the sky and open your arms, just a little bit like a Y. Then sweeping your arms out to the side as you exhale, bending forward, bending your knees as much as you need to, coming to touch the earth. Let go of your head, and then inhaling back, sweeping your arms out to the side as you inhale back up, palms back together, and then exhaling your palms back to your heart center. Okay, so working 3 more rounds in that way. Okay, so the next time we're going to add in something else. So I'll just show you. Okay, so then you're just going to inhale the same as you did just now, and then take your arms out to the side, coming down into a forward fold, and then inhale, bringing your hands to your shins or your thighs, keeping a nice straight back, your head in line with your spine. Exhale, taking your hands back down to the earth, let go of your head, and then inhale, taking your weight into your heels, swinging your arms back up to the ceiling and palms together, and then back to the heart center. So I'll talk you through. So palms together at your heart center. Inhale your palms together keep them together as long as you can, and then open them towards the sky. Swan dive your arms out to the side, taking your fingertips to the earth, bending your knees if you need to, keeping your tail high. Inhaling, bringing your hands onto your thighs or your shins, keeping your back straight, head in line with your spine. Exhale, forward bend again, fingertips touching the earth. Let your head go, and then swan dive your arms out to the side and up, palms back together, exhaling your palms back to your heart center. So working in a further 3 rounds in that way. When you finish the practice, just releasing your arms to the sides of your body. Just notice any sensations. Notice your breath. And then come down to kneeling up high on your knees. So we're going to work with the half camel pose. So I'll just turn sideways. So turn your toes under. Turn this way so you can see this arm coming. So you're going to take your arms out to the side at shoulder level. And then you're going to turn your arms, but you're going to keep your hips facing forward. So you're going to turn your arms and then reach the back arm towards your heel and the front arm up towards the ceiling. And you're going to look towards your middle finger of your front arm. But make sure you've got your hips forward and just push your hips forward a little bit further so that you've got a nice, but don't overstrain. Just remember to be accepting of your body. Stay there and for a few easy breaths and then come out of it on an inhalation. And then exhaling your arms down to the sides. So working twice more on the same side and then 3 times on the other side. Make sure you don't strain your back. So keeping your hips facing forward. And then when you've completed the practice, bring your hips back down to your heels, untuck your toes, and come into the child pose, bringing the forehead to the floor. If you need to make fists with your hands to put your forehead on, do that. Or put a cushion there so that you can rest your forehead on a cushion. Just make sure that you're comfortable. And just allow your body to rest, noticing your breath. So noticing your breath, and maybe you'll feel the breath in the abdomen, and you'll feel the contact of your abdomen on your thighs, or maybe you'll feel the breath going up into the back, notice where the breath is going. Notice how the body moves with the breath in this position. And then come forward onto your front, lay in Nidra with your palm, with your hands, make pillows with your hands. So we're going to work with flapping fish, so sliding your right elbow towards the right, and then sliding your right knee towards your right elbow. And then placing your head in the crook of your left arm. And just allow the body to settle. Allow the breath to be easy. Notice any sensations in the body. And then sliding the right leg back to join the left leg. Sliding the arms towards the center. And then sliding the left elbow sideways towards the left and the left knee up towards the left elbow. Placing the head in the crook of the right arm. And again, just allowing the body to settle. And being aware of your body's limitations. Accepting the body's limitations. And then gently straightening the leg and coming back to the center. And then placing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing yourselves up, coming up to a comfortable sitting position for pranayama practice. So if you get everything ready that you need to keep yourselves warm, we're going to work 10 rounds of the Brahmari humming bee breath, and then we'll go straight into Yoga Nidra. So making sure that you're sitting nice and comfortably and that you're going to be warm enough. So we're going to work with 10 rounds of the Brahmari breath, which is you're going to close off the lobes of your ears and hum the breath out. So working 10 rounds in that way. Then when you've completed your 10 rounds, just absorb the vibrations that have been caused by the humming, and then just notice any sounds that are inside the mind. So just noticing at the end of the practice how your mind feels, any sensations in your mind. So we'll just start to connect with the breath. So make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, crown of the head lifting to the space above you. And let's start to notice the breath in the nostrils. Just allow the breath to be spontaneous, just coming in and out of the body. Gently close your eyes, softening the skin on the face. Focusing on the breath. And just start to lengthen the out breath. So just exhaling, making the exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. Gradually extending the exhalation until it's about twice as long as the inhalation. And then when you're ready, starting your 10 rounds of Brahmari humming bee breath. And then very quietly laying down along your mats in Shavasana, covering yourselves up to make sure that you'll be warm enough during Yoga Nidra practice. So just checking that your body is in a nice straight line and that you've got your clothes and your covers are comfortable and you're going to be warm enough. Just making any necessary adjustments now so that you can remain still throughout the practice. And feel the body settling, the head, the chin, the arms, the feet and legs. Just sense the shape of the body as it settles. Make any adjustments now. And as the body settles, become aware of your surroundings, the sounds and smells. Become fully aware of where you are now. And become aware of the stillness of your body. The whole body lying still and quiet. Be aware of the breath, the body breathing quietly. Become aware of any sounds you can hear in the distance. Just follow each sound you hear without becoming involved in the sound. Just notice the sound. And then see if you can find another sound to focus on. See if you can identify the furthest sound away. Just notice the sound, don't identify the source. And now's the time to make your sankalpa, your resolve. State your resolve 3 times with faith and feeling. And bring your awareness to your physical body lying on the floor. We're going to go on a rotation around the body. So starting with the right hand thumb, be aware of the right hand thumb, the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, right kneecap, back of the knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The whole of the right side of the body. Take your awareness to the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, left kneecap, back of the knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The whole of the left side of the body. Be aware of the right buttock, the left buttock, the whole length of the spine, the whole of the back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, the forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, the right eye, the left eye, the right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, right ear, left ear, top lip, bottom lip, the place where the lips meet, the chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the navel, the abdomen, and the groin. Be aware of the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole of the back of the body, the whole of the front of the body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body lying still and quiet, just apart from the gentle movement of the breath. Be aware of the breath, the body breathing gently and easily. Be aware of the body becoming heavy. Just bring awareness to a heavy body. Feel that weight of the body becoming heavier and heavier. The body becoming heavy, as if it could sink into the floor. Heavy body sinking into the floor. And then letting go of that feeling of heaviness, bring to mind the feeling of lightness. Just allow the body to feel as if it's light and weightless. A light, weightless body, almost as if it could float from the floor. Light and weightless body. Letting go of the lightness now of the body. Bringing back to mind your sankalpa, the resolve that you made at the beginning of the practice. And state your sankalpa 3 times with faith and feeling. And bring back to mind your physical body, your physical existence now. Just be aware of your body lying here in the room. And start to become aware of the room that you're lying in. Become aware of the floor, the walls, the ceiling, the door. And notice any sounds you can hear in your room. Notice any sounds outside of your room. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. So taking your awareness down to the soles of your feet and start making some small movements with your feet and your toes. Stretch your legs. Become aware of your hands and your fingers. Start to make some small movements with your fingers and your hands. Stretch your arms. Gently turn your head from one side to the other. And then when you're ready, gently draw your knees up towards your chest and roll over onto your right side. And then keeping your eyes softly closed, coming up to a comfortable sitting position. And we'll finish the class by chanting the mantra Om 3 times together, taking a breath in. And rubbing your hands together briskly to create some heat in the palms. And place your warm palms over your closed eyelids. And then opening your eyes into the darkness, letting chinks of light come in through your fingertips. And then drawing your hands down to your laps when you're ready. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for joining me for yoga, and Namaste.